Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. In this corner, weighing in at 195 pounds, he is from Long Island, New York, the challenger, TyMe WArp. However, from here on and forever, our time is now.
You abandoned me, all the memories, love don't live here. Many men wish death upon me, Lord, I don't cry no more. It's like many men heard them niggas want beef while I'm counting my cocoa bread. It's like many men these days they bitch made sensitive thugs all need hugs. It's like many men, many try to step up, but they can't fuck with my pen. It's like you don't put no fear in me at all, you just another man. I sound like an avalanche, I promise I'm a ice man. April 20th, I drop a hit cause I'm in hotter man. I know I was gone for a minute, I had to rebrand. Why you got mad features when you know you don't need none of that? I'm just trying to build up my catalog.
And he's sparking up. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 27, Our Time Is Now. We got the homie Blane Bent in the building. This is the first in-house podcast at the Our Time studio. And this is his second appearance, first in-house appearance, though. We're going to chop up, discuss a new project that he's working on, PREDALIEN.
PREDALIEN. Black.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And had a chance to breeze through a couple of the joints. And my favorite, though, is the Ultra Instinct.
Oh, word.
And I'm thinking automatically off the rip, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Many man. Yeah. I said, no, he didn't. He went there. He flipped the script on him.
I went there. Yo, man, first of all, to be in this space, to create some dope content once again with you, just thank you. You know what I mean? The room itself holds the vibes that we put in our art.
Spoke that because I fucking was smoking before you got here.
Copy.
I don't want to get too dub high.
Even complimentary, roll-ups is just...
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, man. It's all gifts. It's all love. But
yeah, man. I mean,
what got you curious about
you kind of came out the woodwork because you dropped Prize Winner. Right. We were there. Mm-hmm. We made it happen. We did a show like earlier in the year or like later last year about it. Like it was either December or like early January or something. I forget the time period. But then you were like, I'm gonna just lay low a minute. But you were working on this low key, underground shit. Just then you just dropped it. Then you just hit me with the SoundCloud link, and you were like, yo, it's not dropping everywhere until September. What date? 16th. But here's the private link to bump it and be able to hear it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man. I just think it took the world by surprise,
right?
Because you get pretty good streams on SoundCloud.
I do, man, and I'm constantly trying to evolve it.
I mean, I was reading a lot of the comments, like just people on there, and like I usually don't read comments. I don't take time to read comments, but I was like, you got props from Germany, you got props like this shit.
You saw that?
I was like, yeah, from Germany, and then like keep up the good work. Like I see the hustle. One guy said like. Something about mute. He was like, "Speak on mute" or something, and I was like, some shit. I was like, "What?"
So
it was a compliment. Like he said it as a compliment. Yeah, it was a compliment because he said it slaps on mute or something. I don't know what the fuck that was. What he said.
I thought that was like being like sarcastic. Like you should have this shit. Like it's better on mute. Like if I turn it off.
It could have been.
But
I
thing about
it.
that guy. He liked it, reposted it, and commented. So I was just like, you gave me everything I could ask for.
Dude,
like
I didn't start using the term slap until like recently. Like Kelsey mentioned it one time, like, yo, that shit slaps. And I was like, slaps. And then I started picking up on it and I started using it. But only recently, bro, within like the past 3-4 months, I was like, that shit slaps.
Like I feel like the term slaps, like it can go either or.
Yeah,
like,
or it's like slap you, like shut up.
It could be like, well, I mean, there's that too. I was thinking slaps, like, yo, like when someone says they got the slaps, like they got the hits back to back, but it could also be the level of a hit. Like if someone says I got a hit, then you thinking skyrocket out the moon.
Yeah.
If someone says I got a slap,
a slap could be a hit,
Or just a
but
bop.
it's just bopping for right now.
A quick
like,
bop,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's
I think
there.
that's what the slap means. But I think a slap could also be a grand slam, depending on who's saying it.
But
though.
the way I interpreted it was
So.
slaps on mute. Like, I thought it was like, yo, you could have like the volume all the way down.
And
this
it's
shit's
still
a
slap.
hit.
See, and
You
I
know?
didn't even
So
think of
it's
it like
really
that. So
it's
could
all
be-
perception. It goes back
Listen,
to perception.
at the end of the day, he liked it
and
and
reposted it.
and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
looking
the
at
key.
it as a good thing because why would it
sometimes
be bad
autocorrect
and
be
you-
fucking me up too though, and
Mhm.
like I got a new keyboard on my phone. I
Yeah.
use Grammarly now,
Yeah,
and
okay.
the Samsung keyboard's way better, but Grammarly is super predictive and corrects your punctuation, tells you if you
Right.
sound happy, sad, angry. I'm like, bitch, I don't need to know how my text sounds.
Yeah,
But it'll correct the word and it'll be something totally out the ordinary.
Mhm.
Like instead of as a per se, it'll be like ass. And I'm like, no, I wasn't calling that person an ass. I was
Right.
putting as a, and it'll just like fix it.
AI and the technology, man,
Yes.
got to be aware, but that's another topic.
It throws the whole sentence out of proportion too sometimes. But
Mhm.
I mean, what's your favorite song on the project? Like, what was your favorite song that you had worked on? Like that you were like sitting there in the studio and you were like, okay, I got these 5 or 6 tracks total?
6.
6 tracks. Which one did you sit down and say, this is my favorite one?
You know, it's crazy because like around the time when George Floyd passed, I had bought that Predator mask.
Mhm.
I think from the same area. Where did he pass in? Was it Missouri?
I don't know where he.
But it was within the same area I got it from as well, which was crazy. And I had a song called, well, the producer, shout outs to Forgotten. That guy, I've been merging with his sound for a while now, and
He did the whole project?
all the beats is by Forgotten. So let me just say that off front. Yeah, because I wanted to be the guy or the one to introduce his sound to the world. He's already popular on his own.
Does he have like BeatStars and shit?
Yeah, he has a
He do?
BeatStars.
All right.
You can find BeatStars YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram. Me and him, we chop it up all the time on the gram. So like every time a project or a single that I work on of his,
Mhm.
I just always send him the link. Like, yo, this is what I got going on. This is what, and you know,
Look at that.
I take care of all the back end work. Everybody's covered. So I was like, you know what? Let me have a all out, you know, production, an all out tape, whether that be an LP or an EP, or just this guy's sound.
Yeah.
Keep it cohesive that way, and
Sometimes those projects work the best. Look at Nas and Hit Boy though.
right.
There's projects you can have an EP or whatever, like an album mixtape, and have like a whole bunch of different producers. But sometimes when you find that one producer and you just do a whole project with them, like you say, the cohesiveness blends together. The glue is there.
Yeah.
It sticks.
And like you mentioned Prize Winner, right? And Prize Winner, every song was a different producer.
But that's an example of you can make a collective project using different
Exactly.
producers.
That's what I wanted to do. I was like, you know, I got different producers. I got features that are holding their
But
weight.
that's more like a solo project. You're doing it like all on your own, and then you
Yeah.
find when you're working with another producer, it's like, okay, my vocals are I'm telling the story over your story in a way.
Right.
The beat tells its own story. The lyrics speak to it,
Right.
and you come together and you're working back and forth on
That's
each
the
other. It's like
marriage.
you're more than just conversation here. You're
Mm-hmm.
creating a novel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think for Prize Winner, I wanted to showcase, you know, the community
Mhm.
in working together, and it's like really local
Yeah.
at that too.
You had some dope features on there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Catharsis.
I feel like people feel like maybe New York artists don't band together and rap with each other or build with each other. And for me, for the 10 years put into the game, 10 plus,
Mhm.
that's all I've been doing is just features and
Collaborations.
collaborating, because I've been learning and picking up abilities and ideas.
I think that's a strength though.
It's the Goku mindset.
It's a
I'm gonna just
strength.
train with the strongest. You know what I'm saying? And be at a level where
Because a lot of people just want to say I'm the best, and they don't want to prove they're the best. But I feel like you have to work with other talents to actually be the best.
yeah,
And that even comes back to Eminem like being like the GOAT of hip hop. Like
Yeah.
people say, well, he's not the GOAT on many people's list, but a lot of people he is the GOAT. Even on
Yeah,
legendary GOAT, or even on some of the
he's
GOATs
worked
lists,
with
he's
the
there.
GOATs.
No, but here's the
You
thing.
know?
He really didn't politic with them enough, and he says it in a number of his records
True,
at D12. He's like, I
true.
kind of held you guys back from politicking with people. You should have been collaborating with the big dogs.
Yeah.
But I was here, and it was just like, oh well, we got Eminem, I guess, and it kind of held you guys back in a way from not reaching out. And even him himself never reached out. And people say, I hate his pop records now. I hate this. He collaborates with Ed Sheeran. He does this and that. But he's doing shit that he should have did from the beginning. And it took him so long to learn that in life. Yeah. And you've done it from the beginning. And it's not counterproductive. It's actually building a foundation more steady. Yeah. That's how I look at it.
No, I mean, like, I feel like that's what it is. Like in life, you know, I've moved around like state to state, school to school, switched families. Like I'm a collection of everything and everyone that I've met and places that I've been through. Yeah. So all of those cultures and ideas in my brain when I'm expressing myself, that's why you can get different voices layered or stacked, and you know, the flows be like, how did he think about that? But he's from over here. It's like I've stayed in Ithaca for X amount of time, but from a very young age, I've seen the world, like, you know, always different moving in different areas. South, and I had to adapt. West. I had to adapt every time. So it's like you throw any type of beat my way, and I'm just gonna adapt to the conditions of that environment. That's all that I'm flexing.
But you have a lot of versatility, and, you know, we've always talked about it too, but from like onset, intro, to the verses, to the hook, to the bridges, and sometimes like not even like a bridge, but like maybe the third verse is like different, where it's almost like a bridge in a different type of bridge in itself, you know? Yeah. Like it's a different part of the song. And I
did that on Jet Li.
And that's where your 4-minute songs, that like any of your songs that run over like 3.5, 4 minutes could still hold the attention of the listener. Right. As opposed to that, okay, I did a 2-minute song real quick because our attention span is here as humans in 2021.
Yeah. And I mean, to speak on the PREDALIEN chapter Black, the tape is only 17 minutes long. You know what I mean? And it's 6 songs. So we paid attention to that. We were like, I mean, the beats that Forgotten is making, a lot of it's short. You know, a lot of it's 2 minutes. Very rare you will see like a 3-minute, 4-minute, unless he wants to take it there. Still. And he can. It's in his bag.
You can just put it in there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, I need this third verse. Let's work it.
I felt like how the tape came about. Like, I have another project called Final Form. And honestly, I wanted to drop that last year, like around Prize Winner, because that's when I had the cover art. But then Prize Winner came out because of some quick thinking and just having fun with all the features that I wanted to see on their shine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a moment for the features. PREDALIEN chapter Black is like,
who is Get Up Out My Way?
Well, that's superb.
I love that song. That's my favorite song.
Yo, me and him got another hit too called That's What I Like, man. And Tailgate is another. I had him on there sliding. Superb, man.
I still bump that project to this day. I'm still bumping it. No, I'm still there. I was bumping it in the car the other day. Yeah, and that's Sincere. That's really how I discovered Sincere, was through you.
See, yeah.
And that's like,
and they dropped them.
I follow them on SoundCloud, too. Catharsis too, the whole crew, and then the individuals, and then JJ the Wolf. Yeah. And who else you had on that project? I know the names.
I had Brianna Marion, Rock Jones.
Yeah. That's who I got to work with too. I seen him recently. We got to cook something. We have a track from way back, but we got to redo it. I'm thinking at D Brown's. Okay. Make that shit happen real.
Yeah,
I couldn't engineer
singers. That was a eclectic project from the sounds that y'all were getting and just how the cover art came about.
And that was the final installment in the Winter series.
Right.
So I mean, like, it kind of it built its way up, and then you had like the pinnacle. Yeah. And then that was the pyramid, though.
Right. Like that, and you know, that's just letting God work and letting God do his thing, because when I'm putting these songs together to form an EP or to form a concept, I pay attention to the mood, the subject matter in all of them, because I really write these songs out singles first. Yeah. And then based off the train of thought within those songs can determine what project it'll live in.
Go in.
Yeah. And that's really how
you're really organizing and strategizing.
Right. From top to bottom.
I'm too scatterbrained to do that. You're very meticulous with that, though.
Oh my God.
You know, with your planning, with your promotion, the way you do the SoundCloud drops and they're already loaded in the chamber.
Yeah. Because it's like, why hold it back?
Yeah.
You know, with everything going on in the
And
world.
that's what I need you to do on Loom too. Because
yo,
we're trying, Loom. Get your shit right.
Get your shit straight, Loom.
Get your shit right. We love you. I love you.
I've been trying to upload this tape for so long, and it's just buffering.
It's the upload page. I know you guys are only in version 1. You're still going through. You got time, but this is the guy you want on your platform. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Just
being honest, y'all need me, man. I need y'all.
Yeah,
so
because I've been hyping it up. It's great, bro. I love it. I got like 150 followers on Loom in like 2 months, bro. I got 30 Snapchat, SoundCloud followers.
Me and I didn't even have anything, and I felt bad. I was like, "Yo, Loom, come on, man!"
Well, you had my reposts. Maybe they saw the repost too.
Okay, maybe.
And they saw you had a charge up on your page, so they knew you had to have something at some point.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's your artwork too draws people in.
Yeah.
Because our first podcast, I used your Super Saiyan artwork, and it got more views than any podcast. To this day, it's still going up.
That's
like India, China. It's just like they see that Super Saiyan with the brain explode, and they're just like,
listen, I'm setting up advertisements on Mula McQueen, and one just finished on the PREDALIEN chapter Black Tape.
That is one of my favorite songs too, by the way. Go check out Mula McQueen if you haven't. SoundCloud, Spotify, fucking Apple Music, pretty much everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm. YouTube Music, Pandora.
Yeah. That is one of my favorites.
Shout outs to Haiti. You know, I know they're going through a lot right now.
There's another tropical storm coming in by Florida. I saw today, Ida or something. I think it's Ida. Then they had Henry, right? Henri, whatever they call it. Henri, Ida.
All I know is that like I set up a few ads and y'all was really responding to it. And just grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to set up more ads. It's kind of fun. Like I'm learning how to like target my audience.
The SEO, kid. Becoming the SEO, search engine, or whatever.
All of that, you know, and it's dope because now I can just pick and choose out of the songs that I got, you know, and that's what I wanted to always have is like to be able to have the options to go
catalog.
Yeah, all right, what I'm gonna put you up front. I'm gonna put this over there.
Yeah,
$50. It could be something small, but throw it in there. I threw 100 on the Mula, just to see what it would do in like 2 weeks, and I know. It's the one that I put the advertisement on too.
It's got like over 10K I think on SoundCloud or 10K, right?
Close.
It's real.
Like
it's right there.
9,
when I was bumping it, I think it was like 9 something. But even just the comments on it, you got a shitload of comments.
It's organic though.
Because that is
that's like your social proof, my friend.
But what I'm saying that is the song that I'm saying like was it took a whole nother element to you. Like you had it in you, but it was like the retro 80s. Like maybe it was the push it to the limit like vibe that I got from it and the reference in there also. But because of that, it brought me back. It brought me back to being a kid, even playing Vice City or something. Like,
you're right.
Imagine if Vice City had this shit in the fucking game.
But see, when they do revamps,
like
that's when an artist like me comes in
for the sync licensing.
I give you the revamped format of the shit that I know y'all want to hear, mixed with the future shit of where we could take it.
I think that's something you should really put. You should probably go through United Masters with that. Bring over your transfer and try to submit that for sync licensing. Okay. Or somebody that has sync. Maybe DistroKid does have sync licensing. I don't know how it works.
Okay, we're gonna have to figure that out.
But you should try. I think that's one you should pitch for. Like that would be some shit. Like you're playing a video game and you're like, "Fuck yeah!"
Oh yeah, bro.
You know, and it's for everybody.
And right,
it's for everybody.
Gamers, dancers,
family friendly.
Yeah. I think it could be in weddings, or at least a cookout after. I don't know, but it's a.
Like that's some shit you can wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, get ready for work, take your fucking morning shower,
go for a jog.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe.
They say you can't please everybody, and I feel like the reason why I give so much in one song, even if it's 2 minutes, is because I want to grab as many people as I can.
That's the most important thing is relation to music, I think.
Yeah.
Relation to the people.
Like this one chick on T'Challa on SoundCloud, she was like, wow, this is really great. Vocals is great. Song is very like super powerful or something like that. She said the song is powerful. But I laugh because I'm like, the song is really about me knocking down some cheeks. Let me keep it a beam. You know what I mean? But I guess in how I'm projecting my voice, the flows, the patterns,
it's perception,
the artwork, the animal sounds that you're hearing from beginning to end, like how it all comes together and lives in one space. That I feel like if you can capture like life, for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, for however long as you can, and contain it. I think that's the lightning in the bottle right there. I think that's, and I think every time I'm doing this to songs where I'm just caring to add more, it becomes lightning in a bottle rather than trying to like catch it, and you know what I mean.
It's already
like,
there.
It's like
it's self-charging.
It's self-charging.
Solar energy.
Yeah, solar energy. Real shit. So I think that's what I'm doing with music because, you know,
revamping and going back and touching upon the projects.
Yeah, man.
Adding in different
and
elements.
It's giving me. I'm like feeding off my own energy. So even if I don't eat all day and I'm sad, I could listen to Mullah McQueen and charge right back up.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's part of my morning routine now on the way to work.
Bro, because
for like the past week, just like since I told you, I was like, dog, it's been on repeat all fucking day.
Yeah.
Like it's like 4 minutes plus, a little bit over 4 minutes or something.
404.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
And then I was just like, I bumped it from work like 12 minutes. It was like 3 times I played it. And it's like a half-hour commute from GF.
Do you think you would have played it a lot like that just listening to the beat alone?
I think it was. I don't know about the beat alone, but you told me you found that when you were coming across BeatStars ads.
Yeah,
and sometimes that happens.
Out of nowhere.
That's how Piffin and Whippin came to me. It was like I was just like, okay, started freestyling. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me save this to my favorites. Come back to it.
Right.
Write some shit to it. Maybe not the beat alone, but it might have been if I heard the beat myself, I would have said I could write something to this.
Yeah, and see what you can feel.
There's a producer,
Laird
Beats or something on a LAYIRD or LAIYRD or something.
Okay.
On BeatStars, and they make a lot of pop shit. I got so much shit in the chamber for their pop shit.
We gotta listen to him.
Like
see what's
poppy shit. Like I mean like Fallout Boy maybe.
Yeah. I gotta get in my
like,
punk rock bag. I'm not gonna hold you.
And they're dope.
That's what's up.
And but hearing that beat, I probably would have even wrote something to myself to it. But because of the lyrics that and the way you made it come together, like I said, with that whole like 80s retro vibe, but also the bars. Like you were machine gun rapping in that joint too.
Exactly. Like, the whole thing had that. You know, it's funny like that. Like my friend was like, "You sure you wanted to like be like speedy in your delivery?"
Yeah,
but I felt like if you're in a car
and you're bumping it,
and this is you're bumping it but this is the race. Like in my head, you're on A1A. Yeah,
in Florida, and you're cruising to this beat.
I'm like, what's that?
And get out of my way!
Speed racer, basically, mixed with Paul Walker.
Yeah,
mixed with whatever dope racer you can think of in a Formula One car. Like in my mind, like the Lightning McQueen. The song was originally called Lightning McQueen.
Okay,
let's start there.
Where did Mullah come from?
Mullah came from the artwork.
When you had the.
Yeah, the jacket we gave at first the character was Blane Lee, but then I gave Blane Lee to the Tournament of Power character. But I don't know if I just changed that into Blane Bent or I just left it as Blane Lee for like to give props to Bruce Lee. But Mullah then came into the picture with that cover in the sense of like the glow.
I think it worked
and
that way anyway.
There was this song called
The Fro.
It's a song, no, not a song. This movie with John Travolta, the Saturday Night Live or Fever or Funk. Saturday Night.
It's something like that. I never really watched him. It might be Fever.
I think it's Fever related. And so I was gonna do the cover art of that for like that type of song. Shit.
Yeah.
And he just was drawing a blank on how to create it. Like he had things there.
Who does your artwork again?
Angel Hernandez is email to contact them, getdesignshere@gmail.com.
Some of the dopest.
Angel Hernandez.
I gotta send him my Vegeta outfit and have him work with it.
Yo, I'm telling you, he worked wonders.
Yeah, for real.
It's happened.
He did the PREDALIEN too.
He did everything. When I met him back in 2013, 2014, we were in a barbershop and like he literally moved from Jersey. That was the only one in the shop. I was looking at a magazine that had Big Sean on the cover and Drake on the other side of it. He comes in. And he's like, hey, I'm new in town, I'm a photographer, do graphics, just, running through town. Hey, mind if I get a cut? Joe, shout outs to Joe, holding it down, Big Time Barbers, or Big Time, yeah. He gave him a cut. I was able to then check his art book, put down the mag of the rappers that I look up to, picked up the art book, never looked back since. Like, I've just been flipping pages, and I had the idea of I want my own art book with all my cover arts of all my songs and
you
stuff.
probably could publish a fucking kid's book right now, like with all your artwork.
Yeah, so I was thinking that from 2013, 2014.
And you've had a lot
I was
of artwork
already in the
since, like,
format of like single
2016. I'm thinking going back to like kind of like when we first met, it was like it had to be like 20, maybe it was 2015, but 2016 too. Like when we just met, like we didn't even know each other really like that. It was like the
at
pass
the fest,
by.
right?
That was that 2016 now or 17?
I think so.
I don't think that was like when we met. I think we met before that, but that was like the first day we hung out.
Right.
With D Brown and shit. Yeah. But you always had crazy artwork going on.
Yeah, man.
I mean, with that day at the fest, you were dressed up as fucking Bane.
The Bane, yeah.
You had the Bane with the Batman shoes.
See, and with the Bane, like, I feel like artists like myself and you as well, we're really tapped into whatever force that kind of gives us the ability to create future events.
Mm-hmm.
Because I made a scary, like, funny skit using the Bane mask. Like, early when it had to have been around when I dropped Chess Moves with Cannon. Shout out to Anthony Cannon. And Triumphant with Quince and Fine Print. Shout out to those guys as well. I made a video around that time using
Quince
the Bane
315.
Yeah,
I just followed him on Twitter. He just followed me back too, actually.
That's the guy. We got a song out called Big Dreams. All streams. Check that one out too. Yeah, like in that video, I'm saying, yo, like in the near events to come, many will die. Mind you, I'm in a Bane mask. No one's wearing masks around that time.
This is Keyblade Bane, right? Did you do Keyblade with Bane?
I think in the
Are you talking about that? Isn't that one music video you have the Keyblade? Aren't you wearing a Bane mask?
No, that was the Batman Beyond mask.
Oh, Batman
with the
Beyond.
Keyblade.
Okay, all right.
The Bane one, the Bane.
Yeah.
But I was like in the fire in the music video with that.
I got a little Bane mask over there. I'll show you later.
Hey,
it's just like the little.
Oh, the white joint with the.
Yeah, right here actually. I told you I had a fucking song.
That's he.
Right? And
That's
I was like, I am the darkness, Batman, the cause of all pain that runs over the backline. This is my shoveling snow fucking mask. When I'm shoveling snow, or if you're like a motorcycle rider, but feel like the material. Wow. Keep your face mad warm in the winter.
I gotta get one of these.
Fucking I think it's neoprene. You go on Amazon, you search neoprene, bro. They have a bunch of them. They have jokers. They have half ones. Like if you just want the mouth part right here and not the top. But I wanted the top. I was like, fuck a ski mask, bro. I'm shoveling my driveway and that shit.
Yeah. But nah, that video, man, I said many will die.
Predicting.
Corona. I'm wearing a mask. People are looking like, yo, why are you wearing a mask? I'm weird. I was going to Walmart in that mask.
That's the problem, is people aren't weird enough.
Yeah, weird enough.
We live in fear too much to be our true selves.
And now look what happened 2020.
Yeah.
Everyone had to mask up, right? Many people died, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that was going to happen soon, but it did. You know what I mean? And I feel like my art has just been always like telling me future events. Even if it's not worldly, it's like shit that like, it's almost like as if I'm writing my dreams down, but I actually can't even remember my dreams when I wake up.
Yeah.
But I'm writing them down, and then I end up living what I
wrote. You might remember it subconsciously though, and we don't realize it.
And we don't realize because I don't have the memory to
how are these words coming to me? How's the story coming to me?
Right. So I think as artists we're just tapped in.
You gotta get, bro,
energy a certain way than the average person. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Get yourself one of these. It's like a little fucking USB device, bro. Anytime an idea pops into my head, click that bitch on.
Oh, you can record?
Yeah, it's a recorder. It's for like lectures and stuff. And then it goes USB, and then you can plug it right into your phone. But anytime I get an idea, awesome. It's like I don't have time to pull out my phone, write it down. I don't have time to pull out, swipe up, unlock camera, and the idea forget. I just go. I go boop, audio, song hook, and then I woke up in the morning, realized, whatever, boop. See you later.
Put in the phone.
Good to go.
Wow, that's hard.
You know how much? Like $12 on fucking Amazon, and it's like I don't know if it's 8 gigs or 4 gigs.
Nah, that's amazing.
Any idea, you will never forget again.
Shit on a whole other level.
But you'll never forget. how many hooks I go through, and I'm like, I'm so glad I had that thing, because sometimes you're rehearsing it in your head, and then you try to pull out your phone, and by the time the camera opens, you're like, you start singing it, and you're like, it sounded good 30 seconds ago, but I'll get it back maybe.
It's crazy. I just bought like a couple new beats that I got like a strong sense of melody for, but it's one of those things where I'm just like listening to it to like train my mind on like the patterns and the flows. And now since I got more time to myself after switching through some not unemployment, but my employment, I'm gonna have more time to create, and hopefully I can get to those beats. But yeah, really
all in due time.
All in due time.
Gotta get some merch made up with your fucking artwork though. Because
yeah,
that shit, I'm in the process of setting up a site right now. Like I'm just debating. Like I already tried Teespring, been there, done that. Then I hear about like Merch Bar, and you hear about all these like print on demand services. I just want the best one,
right?
That I can link to all socials. I want it to be able my Instagram store, my Facebook store, my YouTube store. I don't want it to be like, well, it links with YouTube, but it doesn't work with Facebook. I need something that's
on the Patreon too.
Yeah, with everything though.
You know
Patreon, you can set up an account for Buy Me a Coffee also, and it's not even subscription based like Patreon, but people still tip you.
Okay.
Or like they support you like that too. Like
yeah, there's some things I
had a dude support me on the podcast through there. I never thought anybody would use it. My aunt told me she tried to like buy me a coffee, and she's like, it wasn't going through. The link wasn't working. I think they went through an upgrade or something. This one dude came on there and bought me something.
Okay.
I'm like, my man, appreciate it.
That's what's up.
But back to PREDALIEN.
Yeah.
PREDALIEN.
You were saying my favorite one.
Yeah,
on the
PREDALIEN.
tape.
Yeah. Which one did you really sit in the room for a minute and you were like, this is gonna make the project right here? Like, you know, like when Biggie made Juicy, like, oh yeah, like this is the shit.
So
like, which one?
when people stormed the Capitol early January of this year, my social network was crazy that day. And I'm like, oh, like at that point I was so numb. I lost my friend on the first, RIP to Keith. So I was already over the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people were like just trying to sub so hard on the internet because of whatever their insecurity or reasoning was. And so when I'm seeing the internet go heavy on like just laughing about something so serious and the world, like everything is a meme now. Everything is reactionary now. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get off this. I'm going to do my research on it, but I'm going to get off this.
Yeah.
Got off of it, did my research, saw the clips.
Is that like around the time you deleted Facebook for a bit, or you were thinking
Facebook for a bit? I was in a dark time.
I was trying to talk to you, and you were like, I deleted my Facebook, but I'm like, for some reason I can still like tag you and shit.
Yeah, it was around that transition where I was going dark. See, that's the thing too. Like, people are claiming to go dark or off the grid and use it as like a rollout and a promo for their albums. I'm seeing a lot of you guys that will claim to quit, which I really love to do, all because of the lack of acceptance on an internet system that is fickle for one. Two, the company and corporation itself runs the algorithm of what gets the viewership or not. And if you don't, guess what? It's also pay to play. So if you want to be seen, you know, even though your content doesn't fit the status quo of what to get viral off of, because for me and you, it's nothing negative. We're not shooting them up, stabbing them up, and slapping them up. You know what I mean? We're not doing anything
in the back of the act with the Mac.
Yeah, right. So it's like, you know, it's not salacious to where you don't need to buy promo. It promotes itself. You feel me? So we got to try a little bit harder, and that's fine. But it was around that time, and I was just getting so much audio clips while I'm like, you know, working and cleaning and stuff like that, listening to mad podcasters, thinking about the vaccine, them mandating it. Like, I was already seeing certain things, feeling certain things, like, and as a creative on the internet where people want to create things for laughter and likes, I felt like if I really try to express my thought right now, I'm gonna get censored.
Yeah.
Because they censored everybody, but they censored our own president at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? During his election.
That was like something like almost impossible. But they knew it was at the end of the run. So it was like, but it's still something impossible that's never been done.
It's never been done. Like think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they can censor him, like, the shit I gotta say, I might as well leave it for a track.
Yeah. So
I was like, I did buy a beat in December from Forgotten. I bought it was a beat called Dystopia, where it was basically like a city in shambles, basically like a futuristic city in shambles, right? And then I bought No Breaks. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna drop No Breaks first. That's gonna, set the mood, be fun and chill. The other beat though, I'm gonna save it for a situation. Yeah. That's what I said in December. And then when we came into the next month, January, that was the situation. So I was like, all right, I know how to spaz, but I still got to do more information, more research. That's when I went dark. So you see, I didn't tell the public, yo, I'm going dark. The world's crazy.
So is this where Chapter Black comes in?
That's now? Chapter Black. Chapter Black was at the top of the year.
I'm really feeling it because like with the whole like Many Men, like I felt like it had a dark theme to it, the project. But also, was there one part where you were like, something about like Not My Home No More or something? Not my home no more or something.
My love don't live here anymore.
Don't live here anymore. Yeah. That. Right there. Like, I was thinking, like, if you were moving, like, is that the mentality? Like, again, one step ahead, we're talking, right?
Bro, so Pete, this is why I brought up the Bane video. And I'm really digging this episode because, like I said, like, how I write my body of work, I'm living it. So everything you're hearing is, like, my experience.
It's predetermination or something,
already.
Like
Predestination. So around the time when the Tournament of Power came to play, that beat, the Ultra Instinct beat, was at the end of that cipher, was at the end of that competition.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was 3 beats in one when I entered the competition. The Tournament of Power.
Yeah. With the Bruce Lee.
Yeah, it was 3 beats in one. Lee. The first beat was made by the dude, Rossi K, shout out to you, that hosted the competition.
Dude, I didn't know that was for a real competition. I thought that was just a song.
No, that was a competition.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I was making posts about. I'm gonna come get the belt. I was on my WWE shit.
I know, I really thought it was just like part of the marketing plan.
It was good marketing. I was talking my shit from the moment I woke up to when I went to bed. You feel me? But that was for a comp, bro. He made a beat. It was like 60 or so applicants that pulled up. Everybody talking shit, saying they gonna do whatever, they gonna smoke whoever. I'm like, I don't know none of y'all niggas, so it don't really matter to me. But, he makes the beat. I like the beat. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna really own it, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just buy it off the market.
Yeah.
So now, even if I didn't win the comp because of technical reasons, which I already knew would come into play, I already saw how it would go because I felt like my confidence and where I'm about to take this.
Yeah.
You're not ready to accept it.
They're not there yet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I gotta address it like that because it's not a sore loser mentality at all.
There is a lot of people who like think they're the shit. They think they're the best, and they don't give props where it's due.
Right.
And it's because
they try to exclude those guys.
It's a narcissistic thing too. But I mean, like, yeah, okay, you could be great, but the difference is you're not listening to the other person's work of art enough to sit back, or like you don't want to be fanboy too because you're top dog.
I think with this, it was like the comp had like 6 judges.
Yeah, too many.
And I was just like, yo, like the person that hosted the competition that made the beat should just really be the judge.
Yeah, because
ultimately he made his top 5 or top 10 lists. I was the number one. Shout outs to you. Like I felt like he didn't do that in a way to make me feel like I won. Like that was him actually knowing music. Like if you know music, you're and appreciate art.
Music. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way how that was packaged and how I used what he put out there as an opportunity to just add value to the opportunity to where people can get like hyped for the next one. Like, yo, like I was lacking in this comp because this dude, when he pulled up, he sounded like this and he looked like that. Now, if the mentality is, so you know what, I'm gonna step it up and get creative, and those guys into the same comp, you know, it's gonna be fun. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be real fun because now people know who's who out there. Like, you know, people never saw it. You know, before. I felt like in that comp, people were taking it lackadaisical because a lot of them also joined many other competitions with certain MCs in the ring already. Me doing it from a small town where I already knew the love is fickle, but the internet, start from the satellite, is where I can bring my audience together and cultivate. I was like, you know what? You're your best promoter. You feel me?
It's always been that way.
Yo, so I'm gonna talk like I'm Don King and Muhammad at the same damn time.
Yeah, boy.
You feel what I'm saying? And it got attention from people in my town and in Cortland. Like, yo, like you in the comp? Like, can I get in the ring? The shit was already closed, but it was like, yo, like he's really he's inserting himself in the conversation now. Yeah. He, you know what I'm saying? It's like if we thought Blane was just a songwriter and that's it, or he ain't really on the rapping side of things. You can't even say that now because now I'm like getting battle tested and conditioned to make like, and it's crazy because going in the battle mindset into song making only strengthened my song making. Yeah. But it's weird for battle rappers because they can barely make a song.
That's the hard thing.
That was the size.
Or they make the song, but it's automatically a battle song.
But it's automatically a battle song.
Right. It's like coming for your throat, like you said. With the
in this case, when I bought his beat, I had the essence of that, but to make it like a movie and make it feel like, you know, a show.
That's right.
The intro was a beat that he made a year or two ago before that comp called Blue Saiyan. And that had the sample of the Goku transformation and all that. And I wrote to that, never put it out. It's gonna be one of the records I'm touching up and upgrading with the mix we got now, so it's coming. But I was like, you know what? Since I'm in the competition, since I bought the beat, since I already got another beat from his, and I'm paying attention to artists that already dropped their tracks. Some of them had cool intros to get into their tracks. So I was like, all right, I see that move. I'm gonna add that to what I got. And I already do my intros anyway, but knowing that it's existent here, I'm gonna add that.
That's cool to have.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I got 2 beats made by him that I own. And I got another beat that I own that I'm going to put at the end. And I'm going to call it Tournament of Power. So once I had once I was writing it, and I felt...
Okay, so he gave you like beats to choose from? Or it was like the one beat and you had another one from him that you just threw in the ring?
Yeah, that I just threw in. All right. To make
Foreign objects!
Yeah, to just make it cohesive. Yeah, and you got to think.
But if it's the same producer too, though, I'm saying
it's like putting the apple.
You're
on
automatically
the
promote. Yeah, for the teacher.
For the teacher, it's like, yo, this is an A. Yeah, like don't even 100%. Sweat it.
And that's probably why he put you. Nah, you good.
Oh,
you good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just an alarm.
So in knowing that, like, yeah, it was putting the apple on the desk, but for the timeline of transformation. I started out as a Blue Saiyan.
Yeah.
I'm in the rapping mode where it's like I'm brawling, I'm showing my punches, my moves, my techniques in combat, linguistics. I'm showing all of that while adding sound effects, while adding auto-tune on ad-libs. It's more than just a straight gunshot, verse, which a lot of y'all had. Some was fire, but as chefs, like add more. Yeah. Add more so you can 100%. Have replay value or add more to just...
It's more than the competition. It's like, let me come back. Right. Let me rewatch this pay-per-view. I want to watch...
Yeah.
I want to watch Ali knock down Sonny Liston.
Yeah,
you
want to watch it in audio form. Like when I listen to podcasts, sometimes I'm at work pushing a mop or a broom or a vacuum or I'm on the iVac and I'm not really looking at my phone. Like I like to look at them sometimes to see the aesthetic, but really I'm just listening audio style just because it's all information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can see the pictures I'm painting with the information that you're downloading from me, like it's a win. You know what I'm saying? Plus the quality and the art that's just mesmerizing to look at and listen to. You
But
like, yo,
sometimes that draws people in to actually want to listen, because if the cover works art, you're already invested into the cover art. It's gonna be dope. Versus like I see it a lot on Loom, and it don't get me wrong, it's live undiscovered music, so it's a lot of first time rappers, people that are making songs on their phone still in their bedroom, whatever. Right. But like you just have this, you have the cover, it's a picture of something else, and then you got like the standard font. You know, like it's like, okay, so does the quality of the art match the sound quality, or vice versa? Assumption, of course, not always. Sometimes there's a guy that goes to a real studio and he just doesn't have a graphic designer and he throws up some art, but he's got the dopest track out. But the expectation, you see dope cover art, the song's going to be dope, replay value is going to be there, and that's what you want, is someone to come back and keep. See, because you got to add that into the summer barbecue playlist. Right. And you also got to think from a judge's standpoint, if there's 6 of them listen to 60 people rap on the same beat, don't get me wrong, I think only 33 only showed up. But that's still 33 people that you got to then dissect, analyze, vibe with, all of that. You know what I mean? To take your notes and then, you know, have it ready. I think like 3 judges, or even like you said, the producer, but he probably just didn't want to get involved because it's like his beat, and then you don't want the artist to always think like it was a bias thing. Like, well, his friend entered and then he won, so it's like leave it to some judges, a panel who has nothing to do with it. See, I think better for both parties. No one knew me. Yeah. So that meant like it automatically is unbiased. But I'm just saying, like, maybe that producer knew people who entered. So if he's not the one selecting entirely, then this way it's not like blowback on him. Yeah, whatever. Copy. Even if you were in his top 10 and he didn't know you, or whatever the case is. Yeah. It's just, I feel like it's got to be always an odd number of judges, though. 6 is like, it should be like 5, because you got to have that majority vote in the room. Right. You know, so when you're even, it could be 3 on 3. 4 is 2 on 2. I mean, there was a lot of ties. Even 2 people, you could do judge, because like if me and you were judging a competition, we could break it down and then go, okay, well, I thought this guy, you thought that guy, why? And then try to persuade, okay, you know what? Actually, due to that factor, songwriting ability, 100% that guy, and then agree. Right. But I feel like 6 or 8 or 10 is just way too many. It's a lot. It's like having a jury. It was, and it was like, it was graded like a point system, and I felt like I checked all the boxes for all the points. Yeah. You know, so again, when there's politics and competition, always politics. I just said the greatest politics is me having the ownership of it. Yeah. I don't care who won what. I put my best foot forward, and I showed y'all my transformation. And you had fun out of it. Well, I had fun. The most important part is, did you have fun doing it? Or were you stressed doing it the whole time? Like, I got it, and then at the end... But around then was when I was figuring out my sauce for ad-libs. And that's when... that's when you started doing the... Blue Saiyan goes into the cypher beat, and then the cypher beat transitions with Goku doing a surfing Kamehameha to Kefla, getting her out the ring. And then it transitions into the beat Ultra Instinct, which at the time was called Omen Form. And so... if I'm calling this one track Tournament of Power, and I went Blue Saiyan in it, and I didn't even know that I'm tapping into my Ultra Instinct, like I'm acquiring that godly technique, that made me feel like, wow, I literally free willingly entered a competition and gained a whole other technique and ability out of it. Yeah, yeah. So meanwhile, while everyone's is splitting the spoils and the riches, I even told people to keep my money. I was like, I shared third with like 2 other people. Yeah. And it was just like, yo, dude, like, what's the point? Yeah. Y'all keep it. I own the thing. Like, I got more from this experience. Yeah. Like, I got abilities. And I think that's important when you enter competitions, though, is having that mentality coming out of it. And I think a lot of the top guys that say I am the best, and you got to have fun with competitions. You're not always going to win. But if you go into it and, like I said, you're stressing it and you're not having fun doing it, and then in the end you're like, oh, it's bullshit, I should have won, and you're angry and bitter, you shouldn't have been in that fucking field in the first place. I took home a major prize. Yeah. And you know, recognition. Third, people start to follow you out of it. You gain exposure. They go, oh, I never even knew this guy existed. I'm going to fuck with him now. Right. Like, you got more than... I mean, ever since that time, look at my SoundCloud now. Like, Tournament of Power, not to say that the viewers, when I dropped that, it felt like I shook the city a bit. People laughed at the picture, the artwork. Yeah. And mind you, the thing about that artwork, I was going to drop 60 songs under that artwork.
like as if I was coming out the dojo. But then I said, you know what?
You should have.
Let me call this tournament of power.
You should have just had it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like all the way up to 30, or 60. So this way it was like when Bruce Lee's like in the place and they're calling out numbers like 1, and then the guy from 2 comes out like 3, next guy.
Bro, like that was literally the mindset for that artwork. But then I said, you know what? What I'm about to do to this competition is gonna be so legendary. It's gonna be such a moment for my city, for the online world, and for my catalog that I'm gonna just put it for this one song. But this one song is gonna be composed of 3 songs. You see what I'm saying? And so basically, as a fighter now, I've acquired Ultra Instinct, but like Goku, I'm tapping in and out of it, meaning I gotta master the form. You feel me? So now when you hear my ad-libs so much in the background, and it's all freestyle off the top. Some ad-libs I have custom already, and I could just arrange them based off the frequency of the beat. But others, like, I'll learn a new ad-lib every time because I'm freestyling something, all the time. So that's me strengthening my Ultra Instinct because it's an autonomous way of not thinking but reacting. Your body. Literally, I'm practicing it. Like, all my songs have that layer of just, you know what I mean? Just
that was the swiftness. Like, you and D Brown discovered that together.
I mean,
that's
I gotta say
that's something I took out of your playbook because I never did ad libs the way I do with him. And when we were sitting there for prize winner, I was like, this shit sounds so hard. Like and he said, try it, and I said, I can't do that shit.
I didn't start doing ad libs till after that moment of Tournament of Power. Like, I started.
But I'm saying that's one thing I took. Like, I always did ad libs, but I always did it regular. So if it was like the end of the bar, like I never said life was easy. I would say easy over easy just to emphasize. I didn't do the easy. Like, I didn't emphasize it extra. I didn't say like in betweeners too much unless it was like, okay, hell yeah.
I think when my photographer gave me the name Bravo Picasso, and I was just
painting pictures.
Like I was just sound painting at that point.
Be Picasso sound the painting.
You know what I mean? Drag the notes. Just have it fill the background, man. Like I like that. I like that shit.
It's whole. You're in the hyperbolic time chamber, and that's the ambience, and that's
bro. That's ambience. But it's like it coats you with a vibe, with the energy. You know what I mean? Like you feel like I feel like my verse in my song is armored with like an ambient energy, an aura, and that's Ultra Instinct. It's like the life aura around him enables his body to move and react without thinking of it. You know what I'm saying? So, it like I googled Ultra Instinct to see what would pop up, and some links say like no human could ever achieve this form, but I did. It's basically like your sixth sense, bro. It's basically like just trusting your instincts or your feeling based off whatever sound you're reacting to.
So was that your favorite song on the project?
And that's why I gotta say it's my favorite, because that was 2019, early 2019, that the comp happened, that I learned the new ability, and I didn't end up releasing that song and it was gonna be a part of the EP or the LP called Final Form, because that's a form. But when the world was shifting crazy and I made PREDALIEN, I made Chapter Black.
I know what your artwork's looking like. It's you as Cell in perfect form.
Oh, it's me with 2 keyblades. Because Final Form is actually Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, is it Final Form? I was thinking Cell, perfect form.
But perfect form is basically Cell. Yeah, it's all Cell shit.
But
I can see that.
But that's what I'm saying. I can see you like as like Cell, like somebody doing your artwork. The way your artwork is done, and you as Cell,
That would be.
And then his tail's like absorbing other shit, like in the back, like the world, this Earth.
Oh my gosh, that's on some Moro shit for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But I would say that's my favorite one, because to now get into the science of that song, it's composed of a few artists. Rolls Royce had a song called Love Don't Live Here Anymore from like the 80s.
Love Don't Live Here. That's where you got that.
That's where I got that poem. Anything goes when we ride, even with my little lady by my side. That's a band or a group name called CNN, which is a reggae rap group that you ever played Def Jam Fight for New York?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That song,
Wasn't it Capone and Noriega?
yeah, and Wayne Wonder.
And Howard. I thought he was in it too.
think so.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that song was like when I was fighting Sean Paul in the reggae joint, you know, slamming him in the speaker and shit
game,
like that was
he was
the song.
in that game.
Yeah, man.
I that shit.
Yo, like that was like my theme
So
song.
cool.
Anything goes, and like when I was in the competition, and that came as the hook.
Oh wait, was that Icon though? Def Jam Icon? He was in Fight for New York.
Def Jam Fight for New York.
Sean Paul was in that?
Sean Paul.
Damn, I don't
Fight
remember
for New
that.
York.
Damn.
Icon, I think had Jim Jones and
Icon had a lot of other people in like
Yeah.
50 Cent, I think, was in there, right?
Maybe,
Wasn't he?
I don't know.
Didn't they finally bring them into it? Lil Wayne and shit.
I don't
The
know.
Game was in it.
The Game
I
was
think.
in there.
Yeah, the Game was in it. Yeah. I
But,
played it only once or twice, Icon, so I don't even know.
Icon was in the
I
Def Jam
didn't,
Fight
I
for New
didn't,
York
I didn't
was
like the
classic.
style of it, like how they
Yeah.
had like the DJ scratching
And
the
yeah,
remix,
you
and
could do extra damage.
I was like,
if
nah,
you throw
fuck
them
that
in
shit,
there.
bro. I was like, just give me the charge up,
Yeah.
fuck you up, throw you into a trade, and your life. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That shit
Nah,
was great.
like so Rolls Royce, 50 Cent, CNN, I masterfully, without thinking, without questioning, fused those styles along with mixing it with my modern art of, you know, how I rap. And I haven't heard too many songs that will sample more than one person. You know what I'm saying?
Draw
Maybe
inspiration from more than one person.
yeah, like maybe beat wise.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different instrumentals and stuff.
Mhm.
But written wise, like writing wise, that was just crafted very unique and very special. It
Yeah.
had like and that's the thing about Ultra Instinct is that like you have godly angel like abilities that other angels and other gods have done before you,
Yeah.
but you're doing them on accident.
Mhm.
So when I'm getting the energy or the vibe to put that in the song,
Mhm.
it's all on accident. At the same time, you would think it's planned the way how perfectly executed it is.
Yeah.
Because not only am I paying homage, I'm only taking just what I need to
Yeah.
make my own thing. Not take the whole thing and be like, I was
Yeah.
paying homage and I sampled. Like, nah, like that's cute, but that's been done thousands of times.
Mhm.
At this point, it's like the way how I'm using it while rapping
Yeah.
is like it's so
Well, you throw it in there and you stay consistent with it.
yeah.
Up until your next transition.
My
or
next
shit,
my
like,
next
you know?
transition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like DJing and mixing and mashing up songs like that. Like you put in people's different flows and verses on different beats, but it's all sounding like one. So,
Mhm.
you know, if people get that feeling, cool. But the fact that I've composed so much in a short amount of time,
Mhm.
and then I add the Predator roar and the slashing with the knives to then trigger what the cover art looks to you and what the cover art sounds like,
Yeah.
because I got the knives and they're bloody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's just the aesthetic. I felt like I couldn't put that on a project like Final Form, where I think for that project I just want to be calm and laid back, and an Ultra Instinct was like calmly aggressive.
Mhm.
Like the beat was aggressive, the subject matter of being watched by the government is aggressive.
Yeah.
But
Eh.
me also saying love don't live here anymore could mean like maybe it's my time to exit the town that, you know, I barely get love from, or maybe it's the time that I say, you know, to my ex, or
Well, you don't realize how
to-
much is missed till it's gone.
yeah, like, you know, for those people that I saw love in and thought had it for me, to recognize that it doesn't exist and it's not here,
Mhm.
that makes anyone, you know, want to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that song from Rolls Royce, like I listened to that like early on rapping, because there was a lot of old school sample rap beats that I was rapping over,
Yeah.
you know, just practicing really. And I think that song was so key just in my existence from musicianship and just regular life, that it was able to blend and live on through my work.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in a way, it's like undetected plagiarism. You feel me? Because when you listen to what I did, you can't really be upset. I feel like people can get upset sometimes when they listen to cats like Tory or Jacquees because maybe they sample everything all the way through.
Yeah.
Exactly, to where it's like.
But it's different, like you said, when you're paying the homage joint, because I noticed when the first time we were in the studio and you were doing that for Prize Winner, or either right before that when you were tuning
Prize
up.
Winner had like
or not,
Usher vibes,
not even that.
Michael vibes.
I'm just saying, I don't remember if it was that session or the other session I sat in where you had time to bring up some of your old songs and you were kind of going through revising them. Like Blitzball, I think was one of them, right? And then was it Ultimate Dogma? Maybe was one of them.
Well,
then,
I mean that was fairly recent.
Or maybe you just opened to just show me it, but I thought like whatever. And then I said that's something I do a lot too. Like I do that like just quick, like even Welcome to the Jungle. All I need is guns. You could keep the roses. Like it was just that like one line shout real quick in there.
Right.
Like just that. Like you did which one did you do? Do like that Fallout Boy one or?
Yeah, it was Superb, Ronan, and
that
Wolf.
that one line.
We're going down.
Yeah, sugar going down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's just that one line though. Just like if you're a fan of it and you listen to the song, you knew where it was from.
That's reference.
It's not stealing it. It's referencing, and it's just showing an influence to the artist, in my opinion. Like that's somebody who influenced me. Like I listen to that song, whether I still do today or it's in my playlist today, no, but 10 years ago, when I was growing up, some part of my growth process, it was a part of me.
I mean, Tyler the Creator, when I caught his interview, I think on Ebro in the Morning, Peter Rosenberg, he was saying that, like everything is reference point.
Yeah.
Everything is reference point. Like, you know, he talked about how the OGs would get mad about the young ones just, not paying homage or, maybe expressing the same type of music. Don't get me wrong. I feel like music right now, we're in a loop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe we're in dire need of hearing something new, something different. And I think maybe through me, you can find that. I don't know how many times, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these songs I didn't really think I had in my own soul. I didn't even know I would get to a point
until you just have it though.
Until you just have it. You know what I'm saying? Like now that I look back at my work and my catalog, I'm like, wow, like, I'm glad that I feel like I've reached such a final level or an ultimate level in something that I'm not even worldly like known for. But
you're just like, I don't feel I could grow past this level. Like I've done all the growing. Yeah. Not necessarily growing, but like
that
final form. Like here's where I am. Like I have this element. Like I have all these elements in the chamber. It's just how I target them when I target them.
Yeah.
Like there's no other elements out there in the universe. Like I already got the whole periodic table.
Yeah.
It's just what am I mixing with what to make what.
Exactly. That's really the mindset of final form. It's like, like
unless some shit comes in from outer space, it's a whole new element.
Hear me out, right? I look at artists in the game that got bread, that got budgets, that got label push, and they're not even at a final form.
No, but that's because they're paid not to.
See, you just fucked my whole head up. They're paid not to.
They're paid not to because if we're smart and they teach us to be smart, we become smart humans.
And I feel like that's what I'm doing for y'all. I feel like there is no business in having the cure. You know what I mean? You have to have the product that
you gotta have those. You gotta have those breast cancer runs for the next 100 years where we raise billions and trillions of dollars, and we still don't know what the fuck we're doing. Oh my god! But we got a vaccine that will pay you $100 gift card to go fucking get.
The wildness.
We don't know shit about.
The wildness.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Get out.
They know it. They know exactly what they got the chessboard right here. They just waiting for us to move, and we're just like, we ain't gonna show our full hand yet, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's so.
They're waiting. But yeah, so the final form. And then I'm thinking though, like,
I mean, I could show you the artwork.
For what?
For final form. I don't know if I'll show it to you.
I'm saying I was gonna say for the PREDALIEN, I could just throw that shit right here on the screen. Go stream it. September 16th everywhere. Oh, that shit's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
You actually have those?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That motherfucker is a genius with his art.
You
They
know,
even got that like the Final Fantasy F's almost, bro.
you know Raekwon the Chef. They
Yeah.
did their album titling like that.
Yeah.
That was the homage of like lowercase f capital. Like
Yeah. That's why I was wondering when the A has like the little A in there.
Yeah.
Yo, the growth though, like your lowercase and then your capital.
The lower frequency,
Yeah.
the
Higher
crown chakra frequency, you know, the high, like that's what I'm saying. That the fire, the calm in the clouds, like.
So when are you projecting a release on that?
I want to do it, you know, this year if I could with the new stuff, but
Drop it on the anniversary of prize winner.
That's around the time when I had it.
I'm saying drop it on the anniversary.
So I mean,
1 year from the last project you did for 2020, closing off the shittiest year, and then 1 year later, closing off a year that we thought might be much better, but maybe it is for some people, maybe it isn't, depending on the person in each scenario. You know?
I feel like I might actually keep it till 2022.
Yeah.
Because I like the twos to drop a project fresh for the year.
Oh, so you're thinking February for twos, or you're thinking? I was gonna say
that could work.
You could drop it on your
my mom's birthday,
your homie's anniversary too.
That's I mean, I might drop it on my mom's birthday. Now you said the twos.
When's your mom's birthday?
The 28th.
February.
Yeah.
2/28, 22.
Yeah. 2/22. So I mean, yeah, I'm thinking, you know, next year because PREDALIEN Chapter Black spawned out of this.
Yeah.
Like I felt like if I had dropped this before Chapter Black, it's like how you get the calm and then get the aggressive. I kind of want to give the movie where it's like, here's the fucked up shit that's going on. So here's the tracks to match that soundtrack or the fucked up shit that you're seeing right now. And then as I like pick out certain songs out the vault to be out there that maybe keep that energy or maintain a calm.
Yeah.
Till I get to where this, when it comes out, the energy's up here, but in a positive
like
hero way.
Hero,
yeah.
Shining through.
So that's really like how I see the story. It's just I got new beats. I want for this project. It's all about him again.
PREDALIEN now is kind of like we said, the darker.
Chapter Black.
Yeah, it's seen the darkness.
And Yu Yu Hakusho was a DVD tape.
So right now you're thinking this is down here, like the PREDALIEN, as opposed to where we're gonna see Final Form coming out here's like the mid ground.
Yeah. Like
the fucking no man's land, and then Final Form.
Final Form. I would think PREDALIEN's middle ground.
PREDALIEN's middle ground.
Yeah, because
I'm saying
I don't know if I got another
coming
EP
out the
drop
coming out
soon.
I'm saying coming out the depths though. Maybe that is the darkness though, like
Could be.
the hell to the heaven.
Could be.
Like you don't necessarily need like that middle ground no man's land if both of them merge like they're fucking Kamehameha together.
I mean, to be honest, you know, PREDALIEN, like once it comes out next month, I don't really have to drop for the year, yo. Yeah, I could just like market everything else that is out,
get this merch made up.
But it's the fact that like I really had fun on some songs, you know what I mean, that I just want out there because again, we're also
drop them as singles if you need to.
And that I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's like when PREDALIEN comes out,
do like a single a month for the end of the year. 6 months left, you got a single a month.
That's how I think I might treat you guys, to keep it a beat, just to also kind of save like material for the Final Form. When I feel like it's time to unleash that type of energy. Which is still unknown to me because I've pulled songs from it already to make other little projects. Just so I can keep the concept pure and fresh and just potent the more I do research and information on things that may help the songs out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, because I think as rappers, man, we're really journalists. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, in a way.
Like we record information.
Sometimes we tell more real shit than the real journalists.
That
in our songs.
That like for real.
Y'all motherfuckers out there spitting fake news and we speaking some real shit. And just because you can't relate don't mean it ain't real.
Yeah.
I don't relate to the bullshit you guys are putting on TV or in the paper or whatever.
Propaganda is crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. I think that's where I've gone in the sense of releasing content now. It's like I've been doing a lot of live videos.
Yeah, I noticed, and it's a pretty good marketing thing. You always have like the song playing, you're like fucking swimming, you're doing this, you're kayaking, you know, you and your girl. Oh yeah, you were swimming actually. Yeah, you were right. That was the Mermaid Aquaman, Little Mermaid Aquaman or some shit. What'd you say?
Ariel and Aquaman.
Ariel and Aquaman.
This is
fucking shit.
Yeah, man, just trying to package the music in a way where it's showing my life, and just inviting y'all in the process of the creation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like too, like for cover arts, people sleep on them, but the truth is, the magic behind it is that like it could like motivate you to perfect your track, like to really or really master your track to where it's like, all right, it's worthy of this artwork. You know what I mean? And that's why like every time my guy goes hard on the art, it just makes me kind of reassess sometimes.
You get your artwork done before the track?
Usually.
Yeah. So that's why, like you said, it's like the visual inspiration. Like,
yeah.
I have to match this now.
I
can't make a shit song because it's got to match this.
And sometimes I'll have the song ready and I know it's already up.
Bring my A1 game and then bring the A1 cover.
And you know what I mean? But if you sleep on one aspect that you think is small for you, like it can kind of sway you a little bit. And if you're blessed to get heat like that, like even us as artists working together or collectively on a project, like you got inspired from me, I got inspired from you. We're like learning from each other, adapting to where now it's just fluid on recording.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The chemistry is locked in. And it opens up lanes for us that we could practice within the music. Like I could drop 2 bars, you can come in for the other 2 bars. Kind of like how All Pain, right?
Yeah.
We went at it.
And that was kind of just like a spur of the moment. That was like some shit I sent you like during the quarantine. Then we got away from it. And then we got back to it. And I was like, yeah, we should just finish this off.
Yeah, and I trusted my instincts in that sesh too, which like for someone that's practicing the freestyling nature.
No Limits came out great too. And I got the cover art coming for that. It's going to be pretty fire. But that's going to go on an EP. But I'm also having a separate cover art because I want to put it as a single before the EP.
Yeah.
But you just came in there.
Like I don't like
you freestyled that verse. That's what I'm saying. You just came in there and freestyled that verse
on my own time. You know what I mean? Because it's on my dime. If I'm taking time to, piece a line or a bar,
open up the limit break.
You know what I mean? And I was able to do it in
truer fans.
The bands worldwide train through it. I'm the Omni-Man. Oh my god!
Black Materia.
Oh my gosh.
That shit was insane. That cover art is going to be crazy. I'm telling you. Wait till it's done. But we got to get some merch out for you because that's the next step.
Yeah,
I'm saying like
marketing and merch.
People would definitely buy those tees, bro. Like I said, if the podcast that I did with you has the most just off the cover art alone, because I had like you with the Super Saiyan, then I think I did the Blane Lee, and then I did one more on the cover art. But I was like, people just
prize winner.
No, prize winner wasn't out yet. Maybe it was. It might have been, but I don't think I put prize winner. I think I just did 3 random pictures I found on your SoundCloud, but I did the Super Saiyan one up top. And I think people just clicked it because of the cover art.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And
this is people from all over the world though, like Asia, like India, like they love anime and stuff to begin with. So that was a huge demographic.
I mean,
art. Like Americans might not appreciate that shit because just us as Americans, like we don't appreciate enough shit that we should appreciate.
Yeah, we're ignorant that way.
Yeah, 100%. Every other country promotes and loves and shares hip hop more than America.
Yeah,
the inventors of hip hop.
I mean, a lot of my audience on the cloud,
other
on the
places
on the
had hip hop
ads,
before hip hop. I don't know
that part.
As far as American hip hop and mainstreaming hip hop, we get more support overseas in Canada than we do at home.
Than we do. It's sad, but
the reality.
I think people got no choice now. There's so much music
content. It's hard.
Yeah,
but the thing is, people just want something that like you could listen to passively and not have to sit and think hard on. Or think. Like if you want sad or happy, you want little boppity or sad. Like it's not like, okay, well, I'm gonna sit and listen to this. Oh wow, I really relate. That motherfucker just told a whole story.
Yeah.
That I did the same exact shit, but you didn't listen to it the first time around to know. You were just like, oh, it's too much to listen to now.
Right.
And that's common thing.
Music programming too, right? Like I feel like with the ad-libs, sometimes they could be over the top.
Yeah.
And
I noticed it doing it myself too, though.
I
And
still keep them in because I'm like,
some of them I told them I was like, I went OD there, like take that out.
Yeah, you can self edit and self adjust. But you know, like it's all in the having fun process. If you can have fun every song you do, like you'll never feel like anything is a throwaway.
Yeah.
You know, like when I see people say, "Oh, no, that's just throwaways. This is just throwaways." It's like
sometimes I just be putting them up like on Loom recently, like old freestyles. I'm like, let me just put this shit up there. It's been sitting here forever. I can't. It's someone else's beat. I can promote it like SoundCloud, but I can't put it on Spotify. So I just put it out there.
Like it's capturing consciousness
in the moment too.
In the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you can create a moment out of nothing and it becomes like something, you know, worth memorable and all that, I think you win. I think everyone wins. So that's why I promote, or I go back in time and edit certain things.
Bring it back to life. Redux it, yeah.
Yeah, because another thing too, it's money that went into it. It was money that bought it.
If I bought a beat, I feel like I have to put it out at some point before that lease is up.
That's
like,
really the responsibility.
If the beat was $10 and I got a 10-year lease on it and I got 2 years left, I had it 8 years now. I'm like, let me put it out and make the $10 back at least.
Yeah, something.
It's 2 years. Someone could hear it. Might change a life. Who knows? But what time you gotta get up out of here?
Shit. 333 angel numbers.
I mean, we could just wrap it up with the Pod Deck sponsor.
Yeah.
Pod Decks, and I'm gonna throw up the like the cover art where I had my hand up before, so y'all can see the cover art while he was showing me the Final Form cover art. Y'all can see the PREDALIEN cover art right there,
right on.
And right here, and the date September 16th, streaming everywhere. And then we got the Pod Decks. We gonna do the What the Heck deck today. I don't know, it's been a while since I done these, but it is a sponsor for the podcast, so I figured, you know, time to bring it out the woodwork. And now I'm at home. Usually I leave them home or I go on the road. I do a podcast at grandma's house and I forget it.
Right.
But all right, kid. What's the longest you ever waited in line for something, and what was it? Shoes, sneakers, outlets.
You know,
pre-sale tickets to fucking Kanye West at Madison Square Garden. No.
I mean,
video games, bro. GameStop, fucking nothing. PS5, Xbox
One. I think like when Halo came out,
motherfuckers be maybe crazy shit.
Maybe Reach when I was in the mall, but the line wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was in the line for it though.
Mm-hmm.
Black Friday when I copped a little flat screen.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
You know.
Yeah. I think the longest I did was meeting Kane at the Nassau Coliseum when I was in like 3rd grade, and it was like raining out. Motherfuckers had their camping bags from the night before, sleeping bags. They just left them shits there.
That's the real shit.
Literally like around the Nassau Coliseum, and then like we got to like almost where there was maybe like 50 people in front of us, and they were like, Kane's hand's getting tired, folks. We're gonna close it soon. I was like, yo, I hope we get there, man.
Yeah.
And like we went there, and then there was maybe like 20 more people behind us, and then they closed. They ran out of like the little forms for him to sign.
Damn.
Like the little papers, and I was like, thank you, God. A little morning for that shit. Have you ever had a this can't be happening moment, and what was it? I don't know if I ever did. I mean, I'm sure like this can't be happening.
Yeah, let me see.
Car accidents always.
Yeah.
This can't be happening. Fucking snowstorm.
I mean, the moment that I had from a car accident kind of was like, I was driving, probably doing 20-something, and the moment I hit a red light, my left wheel flew off and bounced on the other side of the street. It was like a main road at that, like by Tops in the skate park area. Yeah, it did that, and I just immediately got out the car and just ran for my wheel. And I guess that's like this can't be happening, because it's like,
oh shit,
my car just fell down.
Yeah.
You know, and but you know, God works in mysterious ways, man, because literally I didn't wait that long when I got back to the car.
Yeah.
There was some dude that just got off work from his towing job. He still had his truck. He helped out, and he spotted me like 130 on the spot. Told him I got paid that coming Friday. but you don't know me from nothing, from a can of paint. So it's like
he's probably just saying maybe that he'll do right by me and not taking it on a whim.
I had his number and I gave him the money immediately. You know,
and that's good karma though, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's why it always come back.
I ain't wait too long.
See, you could say I could get away with this, but then it's like, you know,
nah, I ain't doing that.
But I'm saying there's people that do.
Karma got everyone's address.
Always,
man. I ain't playing
and let me
games,
tell you,
man.
she's a bitch. So you don't want to piss that bitch off.
Not at all.
All right, how fast can you say the alphabet?
I don't know.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T V W X Y Z. I don't know.
I don't know.
Right? Well, I mean, we didn't time it, but at least like 6 seconds, 5 seconds, maybe.
I was gonna say now I know my ABC.
Yeah. No, but you see, next time won't you sing with me? Gotta add that in there, make it 10 seconds. All right, we got 2 more here. If I picked this last one out specifically for you, but if you could talk to one species of animal, what would it be? I don't know why I feel like I asked you that on the first show, but maybe not. One species. Yo, you know what I've been really fucking with lately, bro? Whales, bro.
Whales are dope.
Like I've been watching documentaries on whales, and I'm like, these are cool motherfuckers. Just get to swim around all day. You eat whenever you want.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I think I would like to talk to maybe owls.
Owls.
Yeah.
Eliza Thornberry had a pretty badass fucking. Like, if that was a superpower, I think that would be a cool ass superpower. Because sometimes I do want to talk to animals. Like, listen here, snake, don't bite me. I'll feed you that mouse over there.
Right.
And then the mouse is like, wait, what?
Nah,
don't
if we
me.
ever had that
Sorry.
ability, that would really work.
Like, you could tell your dog, like, listen, don't bite this motherfucker because they're really good people.
Yeah.
Or like, yo, like, that's not a good person breaking in. Go attack that guy because you have the most friendliest dog in the world.
I think when you tapped in with nature like that, you're just
the dog whisperer.
On a whole other level of life. Like,
it's different when we talk about animals in the world versus like domestic animals too. Because I feel like a dog would definitely be obviously like a number one, or a cat for some people because you live with it all day. And it's like, wouldn't you want to talk to your dog? Like, yo, let's go for a walk. Don't leave my side. I don't want to have to take you on a leash. Yeah. Don't run across the road. Don't get hit by a car. And they would just be like a fucking Pokemon, like a Pikachu, just
basically
right by you, you know? All right. Last one. This is for you, kid. If you were a villain or a criminal mastermind, what would be your calling card?
Calling card in the sense of like what? Like what type of villainy I would get involved in?
I don't know. I guess like the Joker kind of has like his Joker card. Like the Riddler leaves you like a riddle. Batman might hit you with like a fucking batarang or leave like something there. I don't know.
But what's my calling card?
Yeah, like what's your calling card? Maybe Batman's would be like the bat.
Okay.
Like the fucking the beam. What is it? The spotlight.
I mean, it would probably be my logos that I have for myself.
Your calling card. I don't know what they mean by calling card either.
Calling card.
Yeah, your logo. BB.
Yeah,
the BB.
The B with the wings right now, the red wings.
Yeah. I guess like a melting clock for me. It's the only logo I got right now.
The melting clock would work. I would definitely know when it's you.
But that's it, man.
My God.
Good. Thanks for coming through. Be sure to check out that PREDALIEN. September 16th. Yes. 2021. We're going to post a little bit just so y'all see what it is in the beginning of the show. If y'all watched this far, y'all already heard a little snippet. So be sure to head over to SoundCloud. Is it on SoundCloud right now? Yeah. It's the private link right now. Or is it?
No, it's public.
It's public. So you go over to SoundCloud right now. You can hear that shit. All 6 tracks. Run it through. Like, repost, comment. Tell us what your favorite song is. Leave a comment below in the comments what your favorite song is. And until next time, our time is now. Salute. Peace.